Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a 40 to 45-minute yoga class, just focusing really on shoulders and neck, just because we spend a lot of time hunched over, our shoulders crunching up to the ears, and I just thought it'd be nice to try and relax through the neck and relax through the shoulders, just to try and open them up. So we'll start in a seated meditation. We'll just do a couple of minutes of breath work just to really arrive in this space. So I want you to close down the eyes or soften the gaze. Just feel your sit bones as they root you into the ground below. It may be useful if you've got tight hips just to sit on a block, just to lift up the hips. And just relax the hands wherever they're comfortable, so on your knees or in your lap, either with your palms up or facing down. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And relax the face, relax all the small muscles around the eyes, around the jaw. Try and unclench the teeth. This is where we seem to hold a lot of tension. There's nowhere else for you to be, nowhere else for you to go, nothing else for you to do, but just be present in this moment. And start to become aware of your breath. As you breathe in and out through the nose, at any pace that is natural to you. Become aware of the breath as it enters through the belly, through the chest, all the way up to the collarbones, opening up through the heart space. And as you exhale, the air leaving from the body, from the nostrils, feeling slightly warmer than when it entered the body. Continue to breathe in this way, visualizing the breath. And now we'll do some left-sided nostril breathing. And this is a really good breath work to calm the body down, because it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest, so helping to reduce the heart rate, the breathing rate, the blood pressure. So what I want you to do is keep your left hand on your knee and bring your right hand up to your face. And I want you to bring your middle finger and index finger to the space between your eyebrows. And I want you just to close off the nostril with your thumb. And I want you to breathe slowly and steadily through the left nostril only. So inhale and exhale. And just breathe at your own pace here. You may feel that you can breathe a little deeper and the exhales may be a bit longer. And slowly release your hand back to your knee. Gently open the eye, letting in light. We'll start with some warm up through the body. Let's start by warming up through the neck. So with your inhale, drop your chin towards your chest. And then I want you to look up to the sky. We'll just do a few more of these, looking down, feeling a nice stretch up the neck, the upper back, and then slowly bringing your head up. One more of these. Bring your head back to a neutral position. Just keeping your hands on your knees, just slowly turn your head to the right. Try not to move your shoulders forward. And then through neutral over to the left. And just do this a few times, slowly, unhurried. Next time you're over to the right, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and then make an arc, so looking up to the ceiling, a semicircle over to the other side. And then back over. And just do this a few times. You may hear a bit of crunching in the neck. And this is an area that's often full of tension. This is a really nice stretch. You may want to do even full circles. One way and then back the other way before coming back to neutral. Let's just shrug the shoulders a couple of times. So bring them up to your ears and then sigh it out. Do a couple more of the one more. Bring your arms out to the sides with your palms facing down. And we're just going to rotate through the shoulders here. So start by dropping the thumbs so your palms are facing towards the back of the room. And then with your next breath, bring your palms forward and up so you're rotating your shoulders out. Just do this with your breath, rotating both ways here. And then what I want you to do is send your gaze to your right hand and turn your palm facing down and your left palm facing up. And then I want you to look to the other hand, turning the left palm up and the right palm, left palm down, the right palm up, and just rotate here. So with your gaze, you're just turning your shoulders. Nice. Bring your hands back to the ground or back to your knees. And now I want you to bring your hands to your shoulders and just make some shoulder rolls. So bringing your elbows together at the front, nice big circles, and then back the other way. Now I want you to bring your arms up to the sky and cactus. opening up through the chest. 2 more, reaching up and cactus. Again, reaching up and cactus. Stay in this position and just take a breath. From this position, we'll come into some shoulder blade glides where I want you to bring one hand above your head and the other behind your back, and then switch over. This is just a really good stretch to try and increase the mobility through the shoulder blade, the scapulars. Nice. Come back to a central seated position. If you are sitting on a block, just release the block and come over now into a cat-cow position. So I want you to bring your wrist to be stacked under your elbows, under your shoulders, and your knees are under your hips here. So this is our neutral tabletop or our cat-cow position. And I want you to inhale to drop the belly, looking up, and exhale round the spine. A couple more here. Inhale and exhale. This is a really good warm up through the spine, the whole spine mobility. And maybe you want to bring a bit of side to side movement here, or even moving forward and back, just warming up the wrists a bit more, even coming back into a child's pose and moving forward. You can just do whatever your body is asking for this morning. And then come back into a neutral tabletop here. And let's just try to isolate the movement in our shoulders. So I want you to just try and shrug the shoulders. So you're just moving the shoulder blades, moving the shoulder joints up and down here. Trying to keep the rest of the body nice and still. Nice. From this position, I want you to bring your elbows down onto the mat where your hands were, and bring your hands just behind your head. So interlink them behind your head. Maybe send your elbows slightly forward, just feeling a stretch in the triceps. You might want to bring your head down, just feeling a stretch in the upper arms. And from here, we'll come into puppy pose. So I want you to keep your knees stacked under your hips. And I want you to slide your hands forward as far as you can go, trying to bring your chin down onto the mat. And this is a really good stretch for the shoulders and the upper arms. And just take a few breaths here. From this position, come down onto your belly, stretch your legs out behind, coming into a Sphinx pose. So bring your hands shoulder width apart, both forearms are flat on the ground, and your arms are parallel to each other. This is a little back bend. And what we're going to do here is just do a little sequence alternating between this position Sphinx and then coming up into a forearm plank, which is just trying to build some strength in the shoulder joints. So from this position, I want you to tuck your toes coming up into forearm plank and hold it for 10 seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, last time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Back into Sphinx. And from here, push back. And let's just come into child's pose here. So knee, bum back towards your feet. Keep your arms in front. Head towards the mat. And just take some breaths here, sending breath towards the lower back, the hips. Nice. Slowly come up, slide your hands forward, and I want you to tuck the toes, coming up into our first downward facing dog. So remember your feet are hip distance apart, that's not as far as you think. Pushing into the hands, spreading the fingers, and pushing the hips up and back. Your heels may or may not reach the ground, that doesn't matter. You may need to have a bend in the legs because it's still early in the practice, or you may be able to straighten them. And you may want to pedal out here, so bending and straightening the legs alternatively, or you may want to just stay in stillness here, just taking a few breaths with your head hanging heavy. And from here now, look between your hands and walk slowly, small steps to the top of the mat. And let's just hang in ragdoll. So bending your knees deeply, grabbing opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy. And you may want to hang your belly on the top of your thighs. Maybe rocking from side to side, nodding your head, yes, shaking your head, no. Taking some breaths here. Before releasing your hands, bring your hands up your feet, up your ankles, your shins, tracing line up your legs, head last thing to come up before reaching your arms up to the sky, hands back to heart center. Let's just come into a mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart, relaxing the shoulders. Taking a couple of breaths here. And with your next inhale, reaching up and back to heart center. 2 more here, reaching up and exhale. Again, reaching up back to heart center. From here, reaching up and cactus the arms, chest forward. Try and make sure that your shoulders are in line with your elbows and reach up. 2 more, cactus and reach up. Cactus and reach up. Bring your arms behind your back to grab your fingers, and I want you to forward fold over your legs, bringing your arms up to the sky. Just feeling a stretch in the shoulders. Just go as far as is comfortable for you. Before releasing your hands down again, tracing your hands up your body, reaching up to the sky, coming back to our mountain pose. And just take a couple of breaths here. And let's just get our arms, let's try our eagle pose. So our eagle pose is where our arms are across, come across the body. So what I want you to do is bring your arms up into maybe like a kind of cactus, and bring your right hands underneath your left, and then try and bring your palms towards each other. Release the arms, and let's go the other way. So left under right, trying to bring the hands together. This may feel different on this side. Just take a couple of breaths here before releasing the arms, reaching up. And let's just do a couple of rounds of our sun salutations here. Come to the top of the mat and inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, looking forward. Exhale, send the right foot back, followed by the left. High plank, hold here. Drop the knees, lower down, elbows brushing the ribs. Inhale, cobra, so coming up. And exhale, push back into the downward facing dog. Right leg lifts in 3-leg dog. Bring your foot through. Left foot through. Inhale and exhale. Let's do the same on the other side. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back, high plank. Again, lower the knees, lowering down. Inhale, cobra, maybe coming up just a bit more. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot reaches up, bring it through. Right foot to meet. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to our mountain pose. Just take a couple of breaths here. Come to the top of the mat now. Come to the top of the mat. Reaching your arms up and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, send your right foot back. Drop your knee, untuck your toe. Reach your arms up next to your ears in a low lunge. With your next inhale, cactus the arms and reach up. Again, cactus the arms and up. Again, cactus, reaching up. Bring your arms behind your back, clasping them together, and then just bring them forward so you're hovering your belly towards your left leg. Reach up, bring your arms up, and from here, I want you to send your right leg lengthways across the mat so that your left foot is forward and you're in a kind of modified warrior two, looking over your left hand. From here, start to bring your right hand to the back of the mat, straightening out the left leg, left hand up to the sky. You're kind of in a modified side plank here. Pushing back up into that warrior two position before coming back into a low lunge here. Bring your arms down, send your left knee back so you're in a kneeling position here. And I want you to lower down onto the mat. And if you can, try knees, chest, chin. So you go slightly forward, dropping your chin, your chest, bum up, before sliding forward into cobra and coming back up into our downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, send it through, left through, inhale and exhale. And let's just do that sequence on the other side. Sorry, let me just try and get this correct. I'm going to be able to see the bottom better. Okay. Right, okay. Come to the top of the mat, inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, left foot to the back of the mat, drop your knee, untuck your toe, reaching up. Couple of breaths here. And again from here, cactus the arms, maybe sending the hip forward and reaching back up. Two more, cactus and up. Last one here, cactus, reaching up, hands behind the back, opposite grip, coming forward. Before reaching back up. This time, send your left foot across the mat. Your right leg is forward, coming into a modified warrior two. Before dropping the left arm to the back of the mat, straightening the right leg in a modified side plank. Sorry, I'm not mirroring you in this. Before pushing back up into this position, before turning back into a low lunge. From here, drop the hands down, send the right leg back so you're in a kneeling position. And again, shifting forward, dropping the chin, the chest, sliding into cobra, and exhale into downward dog. Left foot lifts, bring it through, right through, inhale, and exhale. And maybe just take a little breath here, maybe have a drink. We'll get set for our next sequence. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, send your right leg back. And this time come straight up into a high lunge. So you may want to bring your hands onto your knee first before bringing your arms up. Strong through the back leg. Take a couple of breaths here. And from here again, cactus, the arms may be sinking down and up. Two more, cactus, dropping the right knee and up. Last one, reaching back up. And from here, I want you to open out into warrior two. From here, turn your left foot in so that you're facing the long edge of the mat. Maybe your toes are slightly out and your heels in. And I want you to lift up your arms and drop down into a goddess squat. Two more here, reaching up, breath to movement and down. Last one here, reaching up and down. From here, I want you to come into eagle arms, staying in the squat. So right arm underneath, bringing the palms as close together as you can. And just stay in this position, maybe moving slightly on the legs. Release the arms behind the back, straighten up the legs, and I want you to forward fold as far down as you can. So dropping the head towards the mat, arms up to the sky. Taking a couple of breaths here. Release the hands down, coming back up into a straight leg position before turning the left leg forward, just coming back through our warrior two. Then I want you to bring the hands down on either side of the front foot, turning on your back foot, and I want you to come into a high plank. From here, I want you to bring your left arm into the middle and turn into a side plank. And you may want to drop the knee, the back knee, or bring one foot in front of the other, or stack the feet on top of each other. And this is building strength through the shoulders and the side body. One more breath before looking down, coming back through our plank position. Drop the knees, lowering down. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts. Bring it through to the front of the mat. Left foot through. Inhale. And exhale. Back in mountain. And let's just do the same on the other side. Top of the mat. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left leg back. Again, setting your feet up to come up into our high lunge, our crescent lunge. With your next breath, cactus the arms, lowering the left knee and reaching back up. Two more, reaching down. This is really good for our strength and balance. And one more here. Reaching back up, turning into warrior two. Take a couple of breaths here. Before again turning to the long edge of the mat. Again, toes out, heels in, reaching up and bending the knees. Two more, reaching up and down. Last one, reaching up and down. Bring the hands behind the back and maybe cross over the slightly strange way. Put the fingers together interlocked in a different way. And I want you to straighten through the legs and just forward fold. Head down, arms up to the sky. Again, a good stretch through the shoulders. Release the arms down, come up halfway before coming back up, turning back into a warrior two. Before windmilling the hands down, coming into a plank. Before coming into a side plank on the right. Again, you can stack the feet, bring one in front of the other, or even drop the back knee in that modified version that we did before. Looking down, bring the hands down. Come through, lowering down onto the mat. Inhale. And let's just come into a child's pose, just for a little breath here. Take a couple of breaths in and out. Coming up here, coming up into a downward dog. Left leg up to the sky, bring it through. Right foot through, inhale and exhale. Just take a couple of breaths here. And now we'll try our eagle pose. We've been doing the eagle arms, and we'll do a modified version of eagle legs. So what I want you to do is bring your left leg across your body and touch down the foot. And what we're going to do with our arms is bring your left arm underneath your right and just bring your arms to your shoulders. Okay. We can stay here, or if you want to come into that eagle arms with the palms touching, then try that version, opening out through the shoulder blades and the front part of the shoulders. Take a couple of breaths here and see if you can just lift your elbows away from your body before unraveling the arms and bringing the legs back to neutral. And let's just try this on the other side. So bringing the foot across, touching down with the right foot, bringing your right arm underneath, and just bring your arms on your shoulders before bringing them into full eagle arms, if this is what you want. And just take a couple of breaths here. Before releasing the arms, releasing the legs, coming back into our mountain pose. From here, heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat, and I want you to come down into a squat, just as low as you can go. Bring your hands together, maybe on the inside of the knees. Before bringing your hands forward, coming down onto your belly. And I want you to lie on your belly and just bring your arms on either side with your palms facing up. We're just going to do a bit of core work here. So with your next breath, I want you to lift up your chest. We'll do it in stages and then drop back down. The next time I want you to inhale, lift up your chest and lift up your arms and send them as far back as you can. Just hold here. And then drop back down. The last one, I want you to lift up the chest, lift up the arms, lift up the legs. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Before dropping down onto the mat. Just turn over onto your back and bring your knees up with your feet to the outside edges of the mat and just windscreen wiper them from side to side. So dropping the knees to one side and then the other. Next time your knees are up, bring your feet together And I want you just to drop your knees both to the right hand side. You can keep your arms out in a T or above your head or any other position that's comfortable. And you may want to keep your gaze neutral or look to the right or left. So the left is the full expression of this twist, but you may just want to keep it neutral. And just take a couple of breaths here, sending breath to the hips, the lower back. With your next breath, bring your knees back up to center. Maybe just make sure that the hips are in the center before dropping them both to the left. And again, just have your head and neck, whatever's comfortable. Just take a few breaths again. And with your next breath, bring your knees back up to center. Keeping your feet together, drop your knees out to the side, coming into a reclined butterfly. I want you to stay in this position for a few breaths and try and just close down the eyes and let the breath go. Trying to soften into this pose. I want you to send breath to the hip, the buttock, and see if you can just soften them a bit more. So the knees can slowly drop towards the mat, even if it's only a tiny millimeter. Just try and soften structures around the hip. And this may be a good opportunity to practice belly breathing. So I want you to send with your inhale air to the belly, blowing it up like a balloon before sending air to the chest all the way up to the collarbones. And exhaling, sending the air out of the body, squeezing the navel back to the spine. And just do this a few more times. With your next breath, bring your knees together, or maybe just bring your legs up to the sky in our legs up the wall pose. This is a great relaxing pose, especially to do last thing at night. It can help you sleep, sending oxygen rich blood back to the brain. Happy baby. Bring your hands to the outside edges of your feet or the inside edges of your shins, whatever your range is. Just bending your knees, gently rocking and side to side. Hug your knees into your chest so you're coming into a little ball. Maybe try and bring your head up towards your knee, rocking on the lower back, one way and then the other, before coming into our final resting pose of Shavasana. So make yourself comfortable on the mat, closing down the eyes, bringing the feet to the outside edges or near the outside edges of the mat, feet hanging off to the outside, palms facing up, arms just a little way from the chest. And I'll just guide you through a body scan meditation. So close down the eyes, invite heaviness into the body, into the arms and legs, and give your body permission to relax and completely let go. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your collarbones, your shoulders, relax your arms, your elbows, forearms, relax your wrist, your palm, your fingers, relax your chest, relax your belly, relax your hips and pelvis, relax your thighs, your knees, your shin, relax your ankles, your feet and your toes. Relax your whole body. Your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body feels relaxed. We'll just stay in this position for a minute or so, and then I will bring you back. Start to bring some awareness back to your body, back to your breath. Bring some small movements to your fingers, to your toes. Gradually increasing that movement to involve your ankles, your legs, your arms, maybe coming into a full body stretch, arms above the head, stretching out the toes. Bring your knees into your chest, hugging them in one last time, just relaxing through the lower back. And in your own time, come up into a seated position. Bring your hands together in prayer at heart center. May your day be filled with peace. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.